Oh man, this is
Let's just
fun.
move on to Miami so I could describe about how they're gonna knock Orlando out of the playoffs.
We need to do a live show of this one day, one of these days. Miami now sitting in the last playoff spot, 42 points, 9-3-3 at home, 3-10-3 on the road. They go to a TFC side that is a offensive juggernaut and a defensive liability. They get Orlando at home, and they get a second place Montreal team at home. Um, I've already seen what you've typed, and it is absolutely blasphemous. So I'm going to let you go ahead. Go right ahead, please.
I think the away game at TFC, I think they lose that game. I think Insigne and Bernadeschi will pull something out. Miami have not been good on the road. As we discussed before for the Orlando game, I think they win at home against Orlando, which is that game may end up being a massive game for the season, depending on how that NYC game goes for Orlando. Uh, so then that leaves the last game of the season against Montreal at home. Probably everything still to play for. Gonzalo Higuain, 95th minute winner to send Inter Miami to the playoffs. Adam, I know you're listening. I know you're on board the hype train.
You give me headaches. You do. You hurt me with some of the things that you say. Let's make this really simple. Miami have done well to get where they are at. They have fixed a lot of things that needed to be fixed. They're not at a playoff level yet. They're just not. So TFC is going to beat them, and it's going to be a blowout, I think. They're going to pick up a point at Orlando. We talked about that already. Montreal is going to beat them because Montreal find ways to win on the road. They've got the most road wins of any team in MLS this year. Montreal is going to come in and get a result. They will get 1 point of their last 3 games. It will be 43 points, and they will miss the playoffs. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Here's the thing, though, for Montreal. At that point in the season, most likely they're playing for nothing. They're probably locked in at the 2. They can't get the 1. They can't drop to the 3. Are you going to risk injuring your guys on the last day of the season?
Yes.
Why?
Because you still are fighting for that last spot. Red Bull could go on a run right now.
It doesn't matter.
If Montreal pick up a win and Philly lose, they're within a point, a result of the supporter shield spot, the top spot. They each have 2 games left. Philly loses out. If Philly loses, Montreal wins. It's 62 and 64 points. Then it's just a win and hope Philly loses and get a win. But you get that top spot, you're probably going to play for supporter shield, and if not, you're playing for a bye into the next round. You're absolutely still playing for something.
I'm
It's not.
saying by the last day, I don't think they're playing for anything.
You don't think but this is why we don't let you think, because most of the time you think wrong things.
The Philly's playing Charlotte away. I think
Yeah,
Philly can get a draw out of that.
yeah, and then it's still they need to win, because if
And
Montreal wins and they get a draw, Montreal's on 19, Philly's on
yeah, then
18 win.
then Philly has to lose at home against Toronto on the last day of the season.
You're telling me Lorenzo Insigne couldn't go in and play spoiler right now?
They could,
Exactly.
but
There's
Toronto
stuff to
may
play
also
for.
be playing for nothing.
Oh,
Toronto
you,
will be playing for
you care
nothing.
too much about this playing for nothing.
I think Montreal will have nothing to play for. Miami will go pick up a win and knock Orlando out.
Well,
Hook it
thank
to
you
my
for
veins.
sharing. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate your thoughts.
Yeah, you're welcome.